Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am really excited for today's video because I am getting to share with you my vlog from Santorini. Emily and I returned on Sunday. Today is Tuesday, and we had the best time. While I'm here in Germany, I do get a 96-hour liberty to go and do what I wanted, and I got approved to go to visit Santorini, Greece, which has been on my bucket list for so many years. And I've planned a couple trips, never executed them, and we finally went. I didn't get to share it with Luke like I would have liked, but there's always a future. We've already talked about coming back when he gets ready to transfer after I've retired and just kind of do that couples trip through Greece. But I can tell you, we had a blast. We're going to share that trip with you. In the next couple seconds, you're going to see it. And we had an amazing time. Stay tuned to the end because I'm going to kind of go over some things that we noticed and what we enjoyed. So that maybe if you decide you want to visit Greece, Santorini, Mykonos, the main island of Athens, these might help you a little bit more when you go and travel and plan your trip. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos, and if you like this video, make sure to hit a big thumbs up. But if you want to see what Emily and I got into when we had our 4-day trip to Santorini, Greece. Hello, good morning you guys. I am getting ready to leave with Emily on our 4-day trip to Santorini. It is Thursday morning. We're catching our flight to Athens and then catching a smaller flight to the island. I'm so excited for this. I have been waiting my entire deployment to do this because we only get 196. I got lucky enough to go to Krakow for a couple days. But Emily was able to take some time and come with me, and we have an Airbnb. We're gonna take you along on the adventure and see what the island has to offer. It is the off season, so we might have a lot of things to ourselves, but we're gonna see what there is to explore, take you along with us, and have an adventure. I'm really excited to take you guys with us. We have made it to Santorini, and this is our outside patio. I'm so excited for this. Like, how adorable. It is raining right now, but it's fine. And then we have a nice little hot tub. Oh, and it's on. I think we're gonna hang out in here tonight after dinner. Oh, it's gorgeous. This is so cute. We just got to our little rental in Santorini. I love the arched entryways. Oh, this is big. Wow. This is super cute. This is the shower. Oh, this is adorable. Emily and I just woke up in Santorini. I just got out of the shower. I just threw some dry shampoo in my hair. It's why it looks kind of crazy. We're gonna go horseback riding through the vineyards and on the beach. It's like 2.5 hours. Our tour's at 9:30, which I'm really excited for. Emily loves horseback riding. She has horses back home. So on the beach in Santorini is like a bucket list that she is getting to check off today. But I want to show you the view from my room. And last night it was a little bit chilly. It is the off season, so it's like average 60 degrees here in Santorini, which is perfect because we have been in like 15 degrees and 20 degrees and 30 degrees in Germany. So it's been kind of cold. No snow for us there, but here in Santorini, it is gorgeous. It is currently like 7:20 a.m. The sun is coming up. I have a view of the ocean from my room. It is breathtaking. But let me show you what I get to see when I wake up. You guys, from my side of the bed, this is my view. This is what I woke up to this morning. It's so gorgeous and peaceful. There is a screen on the window, so I will take you outside later to show you once I'm ready. But this is breathtaking. I'm glad I get to share this experience with you. In the back view from the outside of the house. Oh, there's the storm. That rain looks awesome. But here is the ocean. I'm so excited for this. We are actually in search of Barbara the cat. Emily wants to see some of the cats of Greece, and it is an actual map location while we're walking with this gorgeous view. But we're looking for cats in Greece. This is so majestic and beautiful, and there's no one out. We have the place to ourselves. Emily has made a friend and he is coming along. I love this for us. We decided to drive down the road that comes out of our Airbnb, and right now, because it's off season, it's just empty, but it's so beautiful and peaceful, and there's just no one around, and there's a beach. Could run and put my feet in the water. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay guys, Em and I just got back from dinner and we are about to hop in the hot tub. Our muscles are killing us because we went horseback riding for about 2.5 hours. I have not horseback ridden in like 10-ish years. And as fun as it was, my legs are just killing me. Thursday before we got on the plane, I decided to do leg day, which I was leg pressing 380, 4 sets of 10. And then today, all horseback riding was a lot of legs. So I'm dying. We're about to hop in the hot tub, just relax the rest of the night. Today was a lot of fun. We went to Oia and took some pictures around there. We found Barbara the cat. We found a bunch of the other Greek cats, which apparently are just super friendly and want to meet all the visitors that come to Santorini. So definitely go and check those out if you have the opportunity. And then we just kind of drove around the area. Yes, like I said, it has been very interesting because it's not the normal season. So trying to find a grocery store or a market that is open is very rare. Some of the restaurants are not open, but we have made do and we have found some phenomenal locations. Like dinner was great. It was absolutely delicious to the point that we're like, maybe we should just do lunch there. We don't know yet. We'll play it by ear. We have a whole day tomorrow. We get to sleep in. We have nothing planned. We're just gonna drive around the island and see what we can find and get into. But we're about to hop in the hot tub and just let our muscles relax. Hopefully they feel like better later. But today has been a lot of fun just exploring Santorini with no crowds because it's not the normal season. But you guys, I look forward to sharing tomorrow with you. Just relaxing in the hot tub in the peace. Good morning, you guys. So Emily and I decided we were going to take our time getting ready. It is actually almost lunchtime, but it's not quite afternoon. So we're about to go grab some lunch and just explore the southern portion of Santorini. We did mostly the north yesterday, except for when we did our horseback riding tour that was down in the south past, was it caldera? So we're gonna go and explore, see what we can get into, grab something for lunch because we're starving. But we had both said last night that we wanted to sleep in, enjoy the day, and just kind of hang out. She's actually outside enjoying the sun, reading her Kindle. I've been listening to my audiobook while I get myself ready. So we're just relaxing. That's what this entire trip was for. Relaxing and seeing the sights and just taking it easy. So we're going to take you along with us, see what we get into. No current plan. So sometimes you just need to wing it and see what you come up with. But looking forward to sharing that with you. Guys, Em and I are on our way to the 𝐿𝐴𝐾𝐄 lighthouse, but we decided to stop because this is the most beautiful view right now I'm about to share with you. We just finished brunch. I'll post all the places that we stopped and had food or whatever, but oh my god, what I am looking at right now is absolutely breathtaking, and there's no one around. We're literally at a bus stop on our way to 𝐿𝐴𝐾𝐄 and there's no one. There's a rooster in the background. I love being in Santorini right now when there's no one else here. It's like a ghost town, but it's phenomenal. There's very little tourist places open right now. Oh, I'm gonna have to share all my little tips and stuff that Emma and I have been talking about, but this is breathtaking. Y'all, we just got to Red Beach and we're parked right here underneath the rocks, and we were talking about the earthquakes that they had earlier this month, and Emily is like, I wonder if this cracked down and just crushed us. And I was like, that's great. I just parked the rental car here. Anyways, randomness that we have on our trips. We just made it to Red Beach. We're just kind of driving our way along the coast as we finish out our day here because we fly back tomorrow. But this is beautiful. You guys, Em and I are getting ready to leave and we're in the airport. We literally have the airport to ourselves. It is fantastic. But they said it's because of the earthquakes, and in a couple weeks they'll probably be back to normal. But it is just so very peaceful right now. Literally no one. It's all ours. You guys, it is bittersweet that we are leaving Santorini today. We had such a good time, but we have to return to work tomorrow and the cold in Germany. But this is a fun adventure and we will be back for sure. Okay, you guys, I am so glad that I got to share that with you. There's times that I did forget to pull my camera out, take some photos, take some video clips, but I was just in the moment. Like I said, Santorini has been one of my bucket list places. You always hear about the blue domes of Santorini and just the picturesque island. Yes, I agree with that. Now here's some things. I did take some notes. I have my iPad in front of me, and I was just jotting some down on my Good Notes app. First off, the blue domes of Santorini, when you look at the pictures, it makes it look like they're all together. Do not be disappointed when you don't find the village of just blue domes. That's not how that works. They are actually kind of speckled throughout the entire island because they are religious establishments. They're churches. So if you see a blue dome, a lot of times you're going to see a cross or some type of religious identification on it. And so I've done some of my research. I used ChatGPT. I used a couple other travel planning tools just to kind of get an idea of what we were going to get into. And the one thing, it's off season. It is February. It's like 30 degrees in Germany, but it's 60 degrees in Santorini, and the weather was absolutely gorgeous. Now, with it being off season, a lot of things are closed. There's tours that weren't available. There's markets or restaurants that weren't open. But with that being said, the places that were open are where the locals go. So they're tried and true. They stay open all season. A lot of those restaurants were in Fira, or if you're looking at the map and the more modern spelling is Fira, a lot of those places were open in that centralized area, which is the center of the island. Emily and I did get a rental car when I was looking at possibly doing an Uber. Very expensive, but that's because it's the off season and they're not just hanging out at the airport like you would get at other countries like Germany. It's busy all year round. A bunch of the other destinations that Emily and I have gone to have been very busy all year round, whereas Santorini is tropical, but the weather isn't necessarily the weather you can go swimming in because the water is a little bit chilly. However, it does not mean that it's not picturesque. It's absolutely peaceful. The views that we had to ourselves, because there weren't huge crowds, the places we could go and see without uninterrupted pictures. Like I didn't have to go, okay, I've got to wait for this crowd to dissipate for me to get this gorgeous picture. We had the one day, so the first day we were there, we went horseback riding. Our plan was to go around, we had an appointment for like 9:30, but the weather in the southern part of the island was not great. And they had reached out to us and asked if we would decide to go at like sunset and let the storm pass, let it clear up, and then come in, do our little tour on the horses and everything. And we're like, absolutely, that sounds amazing. So they were very flexible, very accommodating. It was literally Emily and I on this tour because no one else had signed up for it. So it was kind of like our own little private tour. And it was absolutely stunning. It is a family-owned farm area, and we just got to go through all the different areas. They took us down to the beach. It was one of the best tours that I have been on. Granted, I have not been horseback riding in 2.5 years, so my muscles were not happy with me, but I would not change it for the world because everything that we saw on that tour on horseback was so worth it. I talked about how peaceful it was. We did not stay at a resort. We had originally booked a resort up in Oia, which is the northern part of the island. And then I was looking on Airbnb and I found one. It was just a whole house with a hot tub, 2 bedrooms, bathroom, like everything that you needed. And it was in the vineyard area. Now the vineyards are not in bloom and because it's the winter, so we didn't have the views of the vineyard, which is fine. But where we were at was very peaceful. There weren't a lot of neighbors. We were in the middle of the vineyard. If we did follow the road down to the end, which ended up dead ending at a beach. and we had the entire beach to ourselves. So we got out of the car, we walked around. Emily went and put her feet in the Aegean Sea, and she just was stunned at how beautiful it was, and the fact that she was getting to put her feet in something other than the lakes of Michigan. So that was a good adventure. There was one thing that we were trying to find a market, and it seemed like every market we went to was closed. But when we weren't trying to find a market, we'd find one that was randomly open. So we did find 2 of them, and we were able to get the things that we needed, but make sure you call ahead to see. And that was one of the things that with the restaurants, if it didn't say temporarily closed, which a lot of them that were closed during season said temporarily closed, you just don't try and book there. However, if we found a restaurant that looked like it was good and we wanted to try the food, the reviews were great, I would look to see how old the reviews were. If they were 4 months old, okay, they're probably not open. And if I called them, they weren't. There was nothing saying they were closed, but there was no one answering the phone either. However, if I'd go into a restaurant review and it's a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I know they're open, and I would call them anyways, see if they had availability. We were usually able to get in with no reservation and just be sat immediately. We found some phenomenal restaurants. I will link them down below because I took videos of the food and the drinks for you guys, and I know that you got to see them, but I want you, if you go to Santorini, you can go and experience those places as well. The last one that we went to the night before we left, which was �𝐀𝐓𝐂𝐇. I'll link it down below. It was absolutely magical. It was a wine cellar that had been a 400-year-old estate, and then they enclosed the backyard so that you had the glass windows, but then it was like a garden inside and a garden outside. Absolutely magical. When she told us that they had wine cellar tours, I was bummed because that was the next day we were flying out. But we had an absolutely magical time. Phenomenal food. The entire island, it felt like it was ours. There wasn't a lot of crowds. There was no traffic. Parking is a little bit interesting, but we had no issues finding it. I do think that if it was during the season, don't get a car. You won't be able to park. And then the roads would be very, very busy. So there are buses for transportation that you can take. We just had rented a car, so it wasn't something that we needed to do. But you guys, don't always decide that you want to go during, like if you don't like crowds, don't go during season. Find the off season, go and explore. You may find that it's not as warm as you would like, but that's why you get a hot tub, or you just don't go swimming in the ocean. You acclimate to your surroundings depending on how you feel. We don't really like big crowds, so off season was perfect for us. We're already talking about being able to go back. We were looking at, if we had decided to do Mykonos and island hop from Santorini to Mykonos, it was only like $85 for a flight to the other island. So definitely take the opportunity to explore and see what's available. I will say, talking to the locals, they had some great pointers. We had ran into this very friendly lady up in Oia. She was walking her 2 dogs, and she's the one who gave us a recommendation to check out Fira and the different restaurants because a lot of those places were open. Get to know the locals. Be nice. Don't interfere in their houses. And so that was the other thing. They just, before we went, had been having a lot of earthquakes. I think they said there was a total of like 5,000 or 8,000. It was a large number. It was like little tremors. So there were parts of the island and the resort area that were tied off because they didn't want you to go and walk in there if it hadn't been structurally inspected. They were just afraid that people would get hurt or injured. And we were watching people just climb through those caution tags. So be cognizant of that, especially because it is an island that does have tremors. It is part of a volcanic chain. So just be cognizant of that. Be safe. Don't do anything that would get yourself injured. But we were having that conversation with one of the locals and just kind of getting to know the area from a local's perspective. And we absolutely enjoyed our time. I'm glad we got to share it with you guys. Emily had a blast wrangling all the cats. Oh my goodness, the cats of Greece are so sweet and friendly. Unfortunately, we did not take treats with us. So once they realized that Emily didn't have treats to give them, they were like, we're not following her anymore. But we had a great time. They were so sweet. We love the purring. It makes me miss my animals that much more. But I'm glad that we went on that adventure together. I'm glad I didn't do it by myself and I had a friend that has been on all my trips with me so far. And you guys, I'm glad I got to share it with you. Let me know your thoughts. Have you been to Santorini? Is it on your bucket list? Are there places that you want to visit? Let me know, put it in the comments. We'll have that conversation. You guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to hit a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.